Good morning, everybody in McMinnville and Warren County and beyond. I am so excited to be back on the show today. It's going to be a small little broadcast. Once again, getting ready. As a mom, we're getting ready to get our kids back in school. And so, with that said, I'm just trying to get everything ready for my son and my daughter as it's quickly approaching. Also, today's going to be a short podcast because I lost my voice over the weekend. I found out that I am a little bit allergic to indoor pools. Who would have not thought about it? But with that said, we're going to do a quick little briefing what happened over the weekend and the upcoming events because that is what is important. So we can keep you guys in the know. And by keeping in the know, always, first and foremost, make sure you stay in the know with us by following us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. And coming up soon, if you are an Apple podcaster, I'm actually going to be working with a guy that's going to help me set up my podcast to go through Apple as well. So I'm really excited as we keep growing and expanding. But another way to stay in the know is to join our text club. Text the keyword at Warren First 931 at 931 305 0869. You will get text messages, not all the time. I don't do it every day. I just do it when there's things important. But you get about 2 or 3 text messages a week's my goal shot, just to keep you guys up to date and informed of what's going on. But with that said, all this information I'm talking about today, of course, you can find on our social media on Facebook and Instagram. And with that said, first and foremost, let me go because I shared so many things this morning. I'm so excited to be talking about this as let's see if I can bring it up as well as an image, but I don't think I can. It's okay. I can't do it. But with that said, I'm going to be hosting the first ever Warren First live primary election coverage with my guy, Jeff Barnes, on my old radio buddy of mine. And between us, where he's got the most experience, but we have over 38, and it keeps going away. We have over 38 years of experience doing the voting and the election coverage because of the radio and things. And with that, me and Jeff will be hosting it on August the 1st because that is the primary election day. And it keeps just going away. Okay, I need to click on the right one. Is this it? No. Okay. And it's going to start at 7:20 p.m. We're going to have during the show, we're going to be interviewing the candidates. We're going to be doing precinct counts. We're also going to be doing election updates and more. And I couldn't do this without Jeff and, of course, our sponsors. Right now, I'd like to give a shout out to 2 of our sponsors that I asked last week, Prater's Barbecue and Gateway Tire and Service Center. If you guys would like to become a sponsor, you can call me at 931, and I'll put this back up for you guys, 305-0869. Now, it's easy and it's quick. We're running a special right now. If you want to inquire more about it, message me as well. You can text me at that number below and say that you're interested in being a part of our election coverage. My goal is to get as many as I can, but I would like to get 10 sponsorships to make this successful. And then so I can do what I need to do. Um, but with that said, your sponsorship will, by sponsoring, you will be getting, let me tell you, because I wrote everything down. Our live coverage is going to broadcast on 4 streams right now and maybe possibly 5. You're going to get Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And there also will be like some scrolling bars talking about your information, kind of like what this is right here. And then it's just going to keep playing through. And then not only is it going to give like verbiage information about your company, but it's also going to have the count on there as well. And then you're going to get about 6 to 9 breaks between the podcast or the broadcast. That's because, and they're 30-second breaks. And we're going to go from 7:20 to 9 p.m. hopefully. With if as long as there's no glitches or nothing wrong with the machines, we're going to be ending at 9 o'clock. But if it goes over a little bit, we'll stay on as long as we can. Because of course I got babies I got to go home to. Um, and then each break session, the reason I'm trying to get 10 is because I would like me and Barnes to have like a 3 to 5 minute break in between. And so that we can catch up with what we're doing. We'll be talking, like I said, with the candidates and keeping you up to date with the breakdown on the count with each precinct. So you're going to get 9 breaks, live mentions, and some scrolling bar on for social medias. So just another way to keep you updated and what's going on. But with that said, as my hair is just, I tried to comb it this morning, but it's not being my friend today. So I'm just like, whatever, moving on. But with that said, if you or somebody you know may be interested in sponsorship, please let me know. Yeah, I'll be in town a little today. Oh crap. Why does it always do that to me? Okay. With that said, today, congratulations, as they're doing another red ribbon cutting at 11:30. I'll be out there as well at the new Mexican restaurant called Las Torres Cantina. It's the one directly across from the Riverfront Park Hospital or St. Thomas or Ascension St. Thomas, whatever. They have like 4 different names, but you know what I'm talking about. It's across from the hospital, and it's going to be today at 11:30. And Las Torres is not your typical Mexican restaurant. Their menu has options of seafood, steaks, pastas, soups, and new invented plates, all enriched in flavor. We have the highest food quality with your meat farm to table. Your food is prepared fresh on the daily basis. We strive to give you the best food, atmosphere, and service. We take pride in everything you see in our restaurant. The moment you walk in, you are greeted with our massive, bright, hand blown lights imported from Mexico. Your tables are made from real hardwood engraved with our logo. Come out and let Las Torres take care of you and your family. And they're located at 1568 Sparta Street in McMinnville. But yes, today the Chamber of Commerce and will be out there broadcasting live and getting to see all the cool things of this Mexican restaurant. I cannot wait. Of course, we already talked about the primary. If your child, this is for Warren County students in the high school, parking pass request for 2024 and 2025 school year will begin this week. Students who plan to drive this year, you will need to complete the intent to drive Google form that will be sent to the student's school email. Make sure your kid checks their email on a designated date with all the required information. You're going to have your full name, driver's license number, expiration date, license tag, preferred parking sections, and students must have a valid driver's license on the day of the purchase. Students with a driving permit will not be allowed to purchase a parking pass or reserve. Forms must be filled out in their entirety for a pass to be assigned. This form must be completed by July the 22nd at 12 p.m. So that's coming up. If you do not complete this form by that day, you will be assigned the next available spot during your assigned registration. So they have what the form looks like. I did post it on our page as well, but it's on their social media. So if you have a kid in high school and they want that parking pass, there you go. Gracie Brock, which was our Fairest of the Fair last year, she is doing Attention All Ages for upcoming Fairest of the Fair contestants, and that's for all ages. She goes, I will be offering free lessons in August and September to any girl interested in fair pageants this year. Reach out to me. And I also posted that on our Facebook page as well. Unfortunately, because I had no voice and I was really tired yesterday and I feel a little weak today as well. But if y'all missed Gangster Grass yesterday, for shame on you. They are amazing. I listen to their stuff outside of this, and it literally is hip hop and bluegrass. And it's just an experience you need to do in your life. But with that said, it was a bluegrass weekend in general because, of course, Friday night, when I was good, um, we had the Center Hill Ramblers perform at Main Street Live. Thanks to Jennifer and Brian Kell for another amazing, fun, free night. It was great. The drawings were awesome as well. Food trucks, of course, don't forget, open up at 6 o'clock. There's only, if I remember correctly, how many more months are in July or weeks? Months. One, two. There's two left. Two Main Street Lives left. And when we get to the community calendar, which is sponsored by Reddick Brown Ford, we will tell you who those are shortly. Don't forget, as always, after the show, we podcast. We you can hear this podcast on Spotify. I did talk about this last week, but I'm going to talk about it again. There are a lot of people looking to hire employees, and Depot Bottom is hiring. They are one of them. If you have restaurant experience or just love to cook and a friendly, outgoing people person, you may inquire. Hours would be between 6:30 and 3 Monday through Friday with flexibility to change based on the business hours. So that's a little bit of that. And of course, not to mention, if anybody remembers Izzy Grace, she performs a lot on second Saturdays and right there, right by Evelyn Taylor Avenue. And she has released her country song, Lost My Country. And we posted that and shared that as well on our social media. So if you want to check that out, please do so. It's an amazing song. I always say support local, guys. Support. If they support us, we should support them. And speaking of second Saturday, while I'm in this, um, I was on my way back home from our swim meet on Saturday, and I was listening to my Sirius XM Fox News because President Trump was in Pennsylvania, our former President Trump, and I was listening to it, and he was talking, and all of a sudden you hear pop, 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 and because I know I need to talk about it. Um, and as we do here on Warren First, I try to stay neutral as possible and give everybody fair share. Well, whatever religion, whatever politics you are, whatever the case may be, I really try to stay neutral. But when you hear the pop, 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 and you know that it's a gun, I knew it was a gun. I called my mom immediately and I said, turn on the TV. And she did. And by the time I got to her house, I got to see the playback of the video of it. And we never know what anybody's really their intentions are. But no matter what, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, or independent, um, just violence in general is scary and it's not good. And I could only imagine what those families, now I'm going to put, former President Trump aside, people came there to listen to a rally to people they support because we live in a country that is free, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. And for somebody that went there and that did not get injured, that now might be afraid or have PTSD or whatever the case may be, because it does mess with you mentally and emotionally. Political violence or any type of violence is not accepted, man. I know that some people might not like Trump. Some people might not like Biden. But it's okay, but we don't have to result in violence. And because of that violent act by that one person, not only did former President Trump get hurt, but two more people got hurt and there was a fatality. And I saw this morning, and now I can't find it, and it just breaks my heart. Let me see if I can find it again, of the guy that passed away. He was a fireman, and his daughter, I can't find it right. It was a long thing, but his daughter said she knows that this is going to make, there's going to be a lot of news on it, but she's like, I'm going to write what the news isn't going to talk about. And it was very moving, very touching. And I'm going to try to find it and share it on my social media. But whatever your political views is, if we as a state, the United States of America, can understand that our principles are based on those 10, the Constitution, man. um, I feel like we could all understand. It's so simple. If we all believed in the same thing and ate the same thing and wore the same thing, this place would be boring. Let's be honest. But if we could understand that it's okay to agree to disagree, and just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean you should do a violent act. Just be mad. Go talk it out. Vent it with your friends. But trying to hurt somebody, whether it's physically, mentally, or emotionally, how can you live? How can anybody put their head at night? How can they? And with that said, whatever whoever you are for, whatever you believe, make sure that people understand, to some degree, it's okay to agree to disagree. I may not like how you wear that outfit, but you know what? You do you, boo, because that is who you are. That's my philosophy. You do you, boo. But don't try to put your beliefs or your ideals on me. Don't try to cram them in my throat, because I don't have the same. It's okay that I, Kelly Walker Slaughter, do not have the same values as you, all of you guys. It's okay. And it's okay that you don't have the same values as I do. But when it comes down to it, a person is a person. And instead of us um, bringing each other down, we should be raising people up. You know what I'm saying? We need to be lifting each other up, praising each other. Yes, love is love. It's not black and white. There's no in between. Love is love. I agree, Chef. So, with that said, I am thankful that the Secret Service that was trained to do this um, did what they did, and the shooters also was killed as well. Um, but with that said, this shouldn't have happened. But I will say one thing. I applaud people that keep moving and they don't stop. And that's because of what my dad taught me. Even though he had cancer for 7 years, almost 7 years, I should say, he went to work every day and wore a fanny pack with his medicine. It did not stop him to do what he loved to do. When you have a job that you love to do, no matter what comes at you, you persevere and you go through the storm and you will win every trial. And with that said, we all can agree, we should all agree on this, that I am amazed that former President Trump is still going on. Like it says it's not stopping him. Like he's still going to do what he wants to do. And I applaud people with that type of mentality. So my heart and prayers go out to those families that were injured or the ones that passed away. That breaks my heart that innocent bystanders went to a rally to show their support because they had the right, the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of politics, whatever you want to say. And they thought nothing was going to happen that day. And then because of one guy, he killed an amazing father. And we are all praying for them. Losing a dad is difficult because I know we all been there. But he's in a better place, my dad is. But for those girls to go through that, it's not acceptable. So violence is not good. It shouldn't happen. It just shouldn't happen. So with that said, like Dennis said, we are praying for all of them. We're praying for, I'll say this because I did this all over the weekend. And we should be praying for everybody. And that includes the Biden family. Okay, guys? Because as Christians, we pray for everybody. Okay? Doesn't matter what color, what race, what religion, what politics, we pray for everyone. Right? So I prayed for our administration. I prayed for what God has to come for us. I prayed for the families that were involved in that got hurt. I prayed for the people that were there that witnessed it. I even prayed for the shooter's family. Because that is what you do. And if you do not recognize that we need something, I'm going to say it that way, whether you believe in God or whatever, we're in need of something. And if you're not figuring out what it is, you better. So that's what I say. You pray and you lift up that God is working on these people. Okay? And that's my spiel. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry, actually. Sorry, not sorry. That's a good way of saying it. But I had to go, I had to let that out because when I heard it, because Trump's a father, an uncle, like everybody is tagged to a family of some form or fashion, right? And so you just don't want to see somebody die unexpectedly or in a horrific way. You just don't. And so when stuff happens like this, instead of this and I said this to somebody over the weekend, and I say it's them or they. I don't know who they are that keep trying to divide us, but this situation, just like when 9/11 hit, when 9/11 hit, we all came together and we united as one. Thank you, Dennis. But we came together. And if this event, the rally, somewhat doesn't bring some people together, what will? What will? That's all I'm saying. What will? So, thank you. Thanks, Dennis. My dad is in a great place. He did not suffer. I will say that. My dad always said that, he's going to work to the last day of his breath, and that's exactly what he did. And I applaud people like that. So for hearing, seeing on the Truth Social that Trump is still going to go after they release him. Oh yeah. Like, don't you want people like to like represent you with that stronghold? So, anyways, with that said, getting back, but I did need to talk about that before I forget. And my thoughts and prayers are with everybody involved in that situation. It's just not a good one. And thanks, Dennis. I appreciate you. I am from Tennessee. All right. Covenant Academy's got a lot of things going right now. First and foremost, it's their fall consignment sale. Now, if you are a consigner and you want to drop off your materials, that's going to be on Wednesday, July the 24th, 25th, and 26th. And the 24th and 25th is from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And the 26th is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The consigner pre-sale will be Friday, July the 26th from 6 to 8 p.m. The public sale will start on July the 27th, 28th, and 29th. The dates are all on there on the social media. Half price sale is going to be on Monday the 29th. They're going to do from 4 to 6 is the consigners get half off, and then the public is 6 to 9. So there you go. And then if you want any more information, it's all there. We did talk about this a couple days ago. As much as Helen's on the Go wants to keep things hush hush, it's really hard in a small town. But they are going to be taking over the McMinnville Country Club location. It doesn't say when. Let me see if they've reposted anything new. Let's the work begin. Well, it doesn't say when they're. Don't forget to follow them for updates. Hey, y'all. Doesn't say when they're opened, but they got this cute little new logo. It's kind of neat. I like it. But with that said, let's go to our homepage. Young Men United has got several events coming up, one being the yard sale on July the 20th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 103 Bernard Drive here in McMinnville. They're going to do yard sales, going to have toys, clothes, books, sports gears, antiques, furniture, jewelry, collectibles, and so much more. If you would like to set up a booth at this yard sale, it's $5 per booth. You can contact any of the Young Men United for more information. Hope to see you there. Now, hosted this morning, last week, the Main Street McMinnville, Jennifer and them, had a fantastic time at their annual meeting. It was wonderful to see all our investors and friends of Main Street celebrating the incredible work and dedication to our board and volunteers. Director Jennifer shared the amazing impact of her efforts over the past year and gave us a glimpse into exciting events and plans we have in store. We also warmly welcomed our new board members and honored those who have served over the past 3 years. Huge thank you, though, to Collins River Barbecue and Cafe for providing a delicious dinner and hosting it for us. Thank you to everyone for your continued support and your commitment to the community. And of course, the Crafty Hut is now opened in downtown. They're open from starting at 9 a.m. And they were open late on Saturday, but that's because it was the second Saturday. They're not open now. I don't know how late they're open now, I should say. Let's see. The Twisted Yogis have yoga classes. Like they say, the times do not change, only the instructors. So they have a Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday class. If you are a beginner, I always suggest to go to Thursday's 5:30 Gentle Flow class with Susan. And of course, let's talk about the weather. Since we reached 100 at the airport yesterday, if you didn't know, and there's a potential to do it again today and Tuesday. Here's some climatology stats. The last time we reached 100 degrees was 2 days in a row was last year on August the 24th and the 25th. The last time we reached 3 days in a row was back in 1990, and it happened twice that year in July and August. The longest stretch of 100+ degrees days was the last 8 days of June back in 1952. Just to give you a little heads up. Something fun, you can get a Hula Sunny free with the purchase of $40 or more in Sunbun products, and that's at the Hitch. Check that out. Let's see. It's old. Let's see. Nope, nope, and no. Okay. So with that said, now it is time, before I forget, to do our community calendar, which of course is being brought to you by Reddick Brown Ford. And I need to go online for that one. So today is July the 15th. Today is the Warren County Commission meeting happening. Karen Hart's United monthly meeting is tomorrow. Survey Showdown at Smooth Rapids, of course, is on Wednesday night. And of course, Thursday night is the trivia night. If you're a part of the sexual assault support group, that's on Thursday, July the 18th. On July the 18th as well is the Warren County Master Gardeners meeting. On the 19th, shout out to the Beatles band. Forever Abbey Road is going to be this Friday for the Main Street Live as we're dwindling down. It's the last one of two. But that will be on July 18th. Vendors open up at 6 and the show starts at 7, and it usually wraps up around 9 o'clock. On Saturday the 20th is the Warren County Genealogical Historical monthly meeting. And then on Saturday the 20th as well is the Vila Valley Truck and Tractor Pull, which we will be there as well. And buckle up, because the Summer Olympics is going to be starting a week from this Friday. I can't believe it, but we watched a couple of the summer games of people trying to get in. And I think some people should have got it more than others, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what Team USA is going to do, and we will keep you up to date on that as well. If you want to get to know more about the Chamber, how to be a part of the Chamber, what the Chamber can do for you, they're having their up and coming Chamber 101 on July the 26th. It's something that I think everybody should get. It's really nice and good. And of course, the last Main Street Live will be on Friday, July the 26th, and that is Utopia. And if you have not heard them, they are amazing. And not to mention, before I forget this, is the early voting. Early voting started last Friday. Me and my son went to go vote, as I said I would. We ran into some people early that morning that was setting up. Shout out to Jeff McGee and to Jarvis and to Beth. All were out there setting up their trucks and trailers. And early voting, I'll tell everybody this, please go out and vote. Right now, it's very important that you pick, I always say several phrases like pick the one that has your values, pick the person that is the lesser of two evils, pick the person that you think would do right in the job. things like that. Don't ever think you can't vote because you don't like that person's, um, how they are as a person. Look at their values. Look at what they think their town, like with our, with the county and city stuff going on. Um, think about who is going to be the best in that position and vote for that person, because you not voting, not only is that voting that's a vote, but it's getting one person that maybe you don't like the most of out of the two win. And so I always say, go vote, go vote, go vote. If you are not a registered voter, now cutoff for the primary was cut off on July the 2nd. But if you're 18 years and old and have not registered to vote yet, and you want to be able to vote in the November election, you have plenty of time right now. But please, please do not dawdle. I say this nicely. But I have an app. Let me go get it. It's called Go Vote 10. Okay. Looks like that. Let me go right. Go Vote 10. When you sign up, if you're already a registered voter like myself, it's going to run you through and you put your information in and boom, it's going to show you your ballot information, your polling location, everything. Okay. But if you're not a registered voter yet and you want to be, you can do that on the app too. You don't have to go, if you want to do the paper, you can. You go to the election commission's office to do that. But Go Vote 10 also sends you alerts letting you know when early voting's happening, when it's almost over. Um, gives you your districts, it gives you everything, election results, everything. So, with that said, if you are not a registered voter yet and you want to be, so you can vote in the November election coming up this year, you still have time. Now, Susie went over about talking about the absentees and everything like that. If you're new to the town and you haven't got an ID yet of where you're at, early voting is a good time to go get your information changed. Okay? So please, please, please do that. But you got to have I think you have to have, if you're not married, you just need your social security card. I think maybe your birth certificate and your ID, your driver's license. But if you're married, you also have your marriage license. So it's a whole thing. But with that said, early voting is going on from now to the 27th, and it's at the admin building located at the bottom right next to UCRA. You can't miss it. And then the last week of early voting, you can go to two new locations. One being Centertown, CIC, and the second one being the Morrison-Ruritan. Two different locations at two different ends. And I say this because there's no excuse. Now, today is Monday. They are not opening up today until 11 o'clock because on Monday, which I don't know if it's every Monday, but I know today's Monday, they're going to be open up till 8 p.m. So they can catch the people that, work late or work out of town and they're coming home and they come home late. So if you're a registered voter and you have a job that keeps you there till like 6 o'clock, early vote today if you can, because the polls close at 8 p.m. tonight. But of course, if you wait, and you can, if you want to wait to hear some more political speeches or outings with the candidates that you're interested in, the primary election is on August the 1st. Okay, so, and you can hear the play-by-play coverage from me and Mr. Jeff Barnes, my guy. We are going to be going live in the election hall right there. And we're going to set up and we're going to talk with anybody and everybody we can. We're going to talk to candidates. We're going to talk to just whoever who wants to get on the show, really. And then also we're going to try to keep a good count for you guys. And that's one thing that I learned from Jeff Barnes and Duke Rice and them is that you always have to wait. Patience is a virtue. And I say that because you never want to, we do not want to rush. We're not going to rush the count because we want to be the first to know. We want to make sure that it's correct, it's precise, and it's accurate. And so patience is a virtue. And I say this, if you don't hear it from me, the count may not be right. So with that said, me and Jeff are two people you can trust to make sure that we take care of you the best way possible. So look, when I put my hands here, it's like God's around my face. Then I take down. It's crazy. But with that said, I'm gonna go rest now. I'm gonna drink some tea. I want everybody to know that I'm okay. I just had a slight allergic reaction to indoor pool and chlorine. So it is what it is. And I do want to also say while I'm here, I want to say thank you so much to everybody that came out to my event last Thursday. It was so heartwarming that everybody came out. Thanks to Scott Bean, Jarvis Johnson, Tim Lewis, Tom Davis, Paul Sherrill, Beth Woodley, Janice Boland, Jeff McGee, and of course, Robert McCormick. So again, go vote. It's important. And go vote. Be praying. You do you, boo. You know, if you don't pray, it's okay. Send good vibes. I always say this, if you're not somebody that prays, send out good vibes. Like peaceful vibes. Like I just want peaceful vibes. That's all. But again, always remember Warren County because I love you guys so much and I would never want to see anything happen to you guys. But before I say that, don't forget, follow us here, here, follow me. Also, text the keyword. I'm going to go finish up one story on my newsletter, and then hopefully I can get it out to you by this afternoon. But if you want to be a part of Warren First's Text Club, text the keyword Warren First to this number. And then you also can text that phone number and text the keyword local voice. So with your email, so you can get a digital copy, I always say that now, a digital copy of our newsletter. Take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, Warren County, keep yourself first. Bye, guys.